So as per our instructions, we'll have to arrest you, seize the phone and do it ourselves.
And what are you going to arrest me under?
You're being arrested on suspicion of section 5 on the border.
You've been arrested?
Yeah.
Welcome to Candid Cops UK. Real stories, real duty. Life behind the badge.
This episode comes from UK Audit, so make sure to check the link below, subscribe to his channel, and give him the credit he deserves. In this video, UK Audit is standing outside Stretford Police Station with his camera when a normal interaction quickly becomes tense. The officers start trying to control what he is recording. They mention different laws and powers, but they do not clearly explain what he has actually done wrong. Instead, they focus on the footage he recorded and begin pressuring him to delete it, even warning that they might seize his equipment if he refuses. The situation then turns into a tense standoff between a man who knows he has the right to film in public and officers who seem determined to make the footage disappear.
Do you have permission?
Sorry, I can't talk to both at the same time. Do I have permission? I don't need permission.
Well, no, because if you're filming number plates of personal vehicles, then you will need permission for that. It's not all public.
I can film anything from a public place.
Right. This isn't, you're not on a public place here. This
is classed as public property.
What are you actually filming?
Just in general, everything that I can see.
So, can you show us what you filmed though? If you've got people's personal vehicles on that camera.
I can film anything from a public place.
But that's the thing though, but you're filming personal vehicles that might be entering police stations.
It doesn't matter, I can film anything. People film me from shops, from dash cams, from anything.
That have left, for example.
Yeah.
On police officers, so have you captured them on your camera there?
I have, yeah.
Because you don't have their permission, do you?
I don't need their permission because it's public.
You do if you're putting it online for anyone to see.
I don't need anybody's permission if it's filmed from a public place.
Well, I'm going to get a uniform officer to come and take your details.
I won't be giving any details.
Okay.
So I'll make you aware of that now.
Okay. We'll get a police officer to come and see you.
It's no problem.
Right away, the officer acts as if filming is something that needs permission, asking if he is allowed to record. But recording in a public place does not require approval. The law does not work like a permission system for cameras. If someone is standing in a public area, they are generally free to film anything that can be seen from there, including buildings, vehicles, and other things in plain view. The officer also mentions number plates and uploading the footage online as if that makes it illegal, but that shows a misunderstanding of how privacy and data protection laws actually work.
Just not what's around me, please. Don't go too close to me. I don't like it. You won't be surrounding me. Yeah, you won't be surrounding me, or you won't all walk around me. You're not trying to intimidate me. I've just seen what you just done.
We are up to, right?
Listen, don't speak to me like that. I'm a member of the public, so don't speak to me with respect next time you talk to me.
We've been told by CID officers that you filmed 2 victims that are coming in and out of the station that you're not allowed to do. You can't know who they are, their profiles. You can't know what vehicles they're at. It's caused them alarm and distress. It's a crime. This is private property. You're not allowed to film.
This is not public. This is not private property at all. It's owned by the public.
No, it's not.
Who's it owned by then?
Police. It's private property.
So what?
So I need to stop recording. I need to delete the videos of those victims.
I'm not going to stop recording, and I'm not going to delete the videos. You won't walk around me. You won't intimidate me. I've not committed no crime.
You have.
Tell me what crime I've committed.
Alarm and distress.
Who have called alarm and distress?
That's what we've just been told.
Have you had a complaint from them? Have you had a complaint from them? Have you had a complaint from them? They've walked off.
They've complained to the CID officers who've complained to us.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, they have.
I've got it all on video.
We've just been told it, mate. So I don't know what.
So you've just been told it. We've been told wrong information then.
No, we're not.
I'm telling you, you have.
Watch how quickly the officers keep changing their reasons. First, they say the problem is filming number plates. Then, when more officers arrive, they claim it is about recording victims. After that, they change the explanation again and say the police station is private property owned by the police. However, none of these reasons actually create a criminal offense. Areas around police stations that are open to the public are still considered public unless there are clear restrictions like barriers or warning signs. Filming things that can be seen from a public place is generally legal and protected under long-established rights to observe and record in public spaces. Even their mention of causing alarm or distress under Section 5 of the Public Order Act requires threatening or abusive behavior that is likely to upset someone. Simply standing in public with a camera does not meet that standard.
No, no.
I've got it all on video.
Either delete the images that you've done, as per our instructions, or we'll have to arrest you, seize the phone and do it ourselves.
And what are you going to arrest me under?
causing alarm and distress. It's
To-
to the victims. It's public order offence.
So, and has that already been logged, that crime, has it?
Well, no, we've opened a log for you now. But
You haven't opened a log at all. There's no one created a crime.
Log now. We just created one.
You've got yourself?
Yeah, you just done it on the radio.
Right. And where's the statement from the people that have been offended by it?
There's no obligation from our side.
Listen, I can film anything from a public place.
It's not a public place.
This is not a public, so I'm not on public property. So who owns it then?
Pretty much the police.
Right, well, I'm telling you now, I'm not deleting the
You have
footage.
the right to go into a police station. That's. But you're saying it's a public place. You can't go in.
I can't go
It's
in.
all part of the property. You can't film people coming in and out. For one, we have covert vehicles coming in and out of the station, so you're not allowed to film them.
So if I was stood at the end of there, can I film?
This is all the property here. And if you were filming covert vehicles, and you were
I can film anything from a public place.
Now the situation becomes more serious. The officers move from simply questioning him to trying to control the evidence itself. They tell him to delete the footage or they will seize his phone and arrest him so they can deal with it themselves. But police powers do not work like that. There is no general law that allows officers to force someone to delete legal recordings. An arrest also cannot be used as an excuse just to access someone's phone. Even if they try to rely on Section 5 of the Public Order Act, that law only applies to behavior that is threatening or abusive and likely to cause real harassment, alarm, or distress. Someone calmly standing outside a public building with a camera does not meet that standard. At this point, it begins to look less like proper law enforcement and more like an attempt to make unwanted footage disappear.
It's a public order, mate.
There is
A public order. So what are you telling me? I've committed a public order offence.
no, but you argue
Yeah.
with us, so we're trying to explain it because you seem to know everything.
So you're telling me I've committed a public order offence?
What we're trying to tell you is that you're recording a private vehicles coming in and out of the station, which is a security risk to us. We don't want you to record private vehicles, police vehicles, and stuff like that.
What you might not want me to do, right, is two different to me breaking the law. I've not broke no criminal offence. I can film anything from a public place. This is a public place, so I've got a right to film.
You can film anything. Yes, I agree. Okay. But what we're asking you is not to record a police
You can ask me, and I'm kindly refusing.
Okay, so because you're refusing, we are going up that you're on a private land.
You're going to go off you're on private land. So you're not actually sure whether this is private or public. So this is private property.
This is a property belonging to Greater Manchester Police.
It's property of Greater Manchester. You've been told by 3 different officers, 4 now.
Right.
This is different. This is owned by Greater Manchester.
Right, where I'm stood, guys, is all accessible by the public, yeah? There's gates there, which turns into private property. As you can see, put in that direction there, there's no gates going across there whatsoever. There's a public foyer just over the gentleman's shoulder in the back, over the background.
The explanation changes once again. This time, the officers claim that filming parked police vehicles creates a security risk. But that argument is a big stretch. Police vehicles parked outside a station can be seen by anyone walking past, driving by, or even looking at the area on online maps. Saying that a camera is a threat while the same vehicles are already in plain view does not make much sense. What this really shows is that the officers are struggling to find a solid reason for the situation. Because of that, their explanation keeps changing depending on what sounds stronger at the moment.
So is Greater Manchester Police owned by you? Who owns Greater Manchester Police
By
then?
me,
Who?
Greater Manchester Police.
Greater Manchester Police own Greater Manchester
The
Police?
government body.
It's a government body,
Yeah.
right? So it's a public building.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Right. So this is public land. This is public property.
It is public
We
property,
we pay for that building just like we pay for your
I'm
wages.
paying for it as
And
well,
yeah, you are paying it for yourself, yeah? Or good
We all
fair
pay
play to
for
you.
it.
I'm not going to argue with that. You pay your taxes, so yeah, you pay your own wages. So do I. I pay your wages as well, just like everybody else.
Perfect, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's your problem, mate?
You're relaxed, it.
I'm relaxed. I'm calm as anything.
You're arguing.
It's just the way I talk.
It's not.
It's not the way I talk. So do you know me, my personal?
Do you know me?
Do you know me personally then? You're telling me this is not the way I talk.
I don't know who you are.
Right? It doesn't matter who I am.
Your video call, potential video call.
What's your name? What's your number?
1746.
And what's your name, please?
PC MG.
PC MG 14 what?
You got my call number there, mate.
Say it again, sorry.
You got it there, you can see.
17446.
When the officers admit that the building is funded by taxpayers, their argument about it being private property begins to fall apart. A public institution paid for by the public cannot simply be treated like a private club where officers decide who can watch from outside. What happens next is revealing. Instead of addressing that contradiction, the officers shift their focus to his tone. They start calling him argumentative, but that is not a legal standard and it does not give police any special powers. People have the right to question officers, challenge what they are being told, and speak firmly if they believe the law is being misrepresented. Criticism might make someone uncomfortable, but being uncomfortable is not a crime.
The only issue is, mate, is that apparently 2 people did film that aren't allowed to be filmed today. So if you can show us the footage and we're happy that they're not on there, we'll let you be.
No, I'm not showing you the footage. I'm in a public place and I can film anything from a public place.
Listen, mate, you can either help
Listen,
us out,
I'm not
so
your mate. Don't talk to me as mate. You call me as sir from now on.
I know you come here quite a bit.
I don't come here quite a bit. So how do you know that? How do you? No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Someone matching your description.
I've never filmed here before.
So why have you come here today?
It's got nothing to do with you now. You don't treat me with respect, I won't treat you with respect. You told me I broke a criminal offence. Tell me what? You told me it's public order, now you're changing it. Now you're telling me I've done nothing wrong.
You're not going to show us the footage?
No.
Right, well, you are going to get arrested. I'm just going to find out one of the best things to arrest you for, the most applicable.
So you're telling me I'm going to get arrested?
And then we're going to seize your phone. If you don't show
you're going to
us the footage,
seize my phone?
what's going to happen?
Right, okay.
Right.
Good luck to you.
Yeah. Public order.
So now they're going to arrest me now for a public order offence because I won't show them the footage.
That's the only reason we're here.
Right.
You could prove that you've not done that. Let it be.
I don't need to prove anything to you. I've not committed no crime. I've not. What crime have I committed?
You said that you filmed this person's CID. You said you're going to put it on YouTube, which is a public forum that everyone can watch.
They came out.
This person's identity can't be put out there for the world to see who's been in this station today. That's why we're here. So if you can prove it,
I'm not going to answer your questions now.
At this stage, the officers try to shift the responsibility onto him by asking to see his footage to prove he has done nothing wrong. But that is not how policing works. A member of the public does not have to show their recordings just to satisfy an officer's curiosity or to reassure them that nothing illegal happened. It is the police who must first identify a real offense before making such demands. The tone of the conversation also becomes more casual, with the officer calling him mate, while still trying to assert authority, which shows how loosely the situation is being handled. The most telling moment comes when an officer makes a radio call asking what he could arrest the man for. That moment says a lot, because arrest powers are supposed to be based on a clear offense and lawful grounds, not on officers trying to figure out a reason during a discussion over the radio.
They cannot go on the internet. They just can't. That's why we then have a power to seize your phone.
So, can I just ask you one question? They walked out of there, where I'm pointing now, okay? And anybody with a dash cam could have drove past and pictured them.
Dash cam's not pointing onto the car park.
They can film them coming out of the police station just the same as I have. So it makes no difference whether I've filmed it or somebody in a dash cam have filmed it. So I'm sorry, you've got no right to privacy. You've got no right to privacy. You've got no right to privacy in public. I'm not going to stop the footage now when I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 police officers around me. I'm refusing to do anything. No, I'm not. I'm afraid. No. Right. Well, I've not done anything wrong, so I'm refusing. I'm not going to answer any more of your questions, and that's that. Am I being detained? Am I being detained? Am I being detained? Can someone answer my question, please? Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
I'm walking with you.
Yeah.
Am I being detained? Under what law, sorry?
You're being arrested on suspicion of Section 5 public order.
Being arrested?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I was arrested for Section 5 public order. I was taken to Pendleton Police Station where I spent 8.5 hours and was released without charge and no further action. I have started the procedure to bring the officer accountable for his actions.
The arrest happens when UK Audit keeps asking the one question the officers do not want to answer. Am I detained or can I leave? Instead of giving a clear answer, the officers quickly rely on Section 5 and place him in handcuffs. He is taken to Pendleton Police Station, where he stays for about 8 hours before being released with no charge and no further action. That result says a lot. If his behavior had really met the level required for a public order offense, the case would not have fallen apart as soon as it reached custody. Later, UK Audit gives an update saying he has started the process of holding the officer responsible for the arrest. After that, there are no more updates because he eventually stopped posting content. What is clear, though, is how the situation developed. The officers kept giving different reasons until one finally seemed enough to justify an arrest. None of the earlier claims held up, so the encounter ends with the most serious step the officers can take, an arrest. Yet hours later, there is no case at all. That contrast is the real takeaway. Strong authority shown on the street, but nothing to support it once everything is properly reviewed.